my hair. It's a nice darker auburn. I'm right now just chopping up veggies for spaghetti sauce. And I'm trying to use up all of my veggies. That we won't finish using. Don't want to waste anything. Spaghetti sauce or chili soups are all great ways to use your little bits of veggies that say people don't necessarily like. Like, I like green beans, but not everybody. Well, actually, nobody else in my family will eat them. So, I'm breaking them apart and putting them in my Vitamix. I'm going to chop them up small. Oh, thanks, Amanda. So, yeah, so she did a few highlights at the top. It's a little bit darker, but red fades really easily. So, it'll fade while I'm on vacation. Why is everything hazy? Foggy. Is it hazy? Let's see. Is this better? Maybe because my window, my kitchen window, is over there. Is that a bit better? Tomorrow morning, I will do a live stream as well before I take Abby to doctor's appointment. Lens dry or wet? I know it's my phone. Maybe it's dirty. Just a second. Seeing. Is that better? Yes. Hey, Steve. Yes, see him clean the camera. Well, the phone. Yes, thanks. Okay, awesome. Sorry, I didn't notice. I'm making spaghetti sauce with bits and bobbles of leftover veggies. And, of course, basil from my garden. Hey, Steve. What do you think of the new hair color? There's some highlights of lighter color. Looks much clearer now. Awesome. Well, that's the thing, is this week I'm trying to clean out the fridge and use things up. If I can't use up for the next week or so, then I'll freeze it. Because I don't like wasting stuff. Other than that, Shayra, what's new? Other than I got my hair cut yesterday. Abby got her hair. Well, I got my hair colored yesterday. She got her hair cut yesterday. And then Rowan's going there on Friday because she was babysitting and getting her hair cut. Did it frugally. So I gave her a generous tip, too, because I'm like, I'd be paying this amount. Well, actually, I'd be paying almost twice this amount for a salon. So I only paid $60 for my hair and $10 for Abby, and I gave her I gave her $80 in total. Because then she's like, "Oh, it doesn't take that long. Maybe I'll do it just for $5." And I'm like, "Well, no, I'll give you." And then she gets to keep all that money. So, and it was very pleasant. It was her home. She had two little guys, one who's 2 and one who's 4, two, watching and playing with toys and stuff, and kept on popping in. And Abby got to pet their kitty for a long time and become a pet whisperer. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just noticed it buffered. I'm sorry. Am I back? Okay, good. So I'm putting beans in my food, my blender. Gonna chop them up with some other vegetables to start my spaghetti sauce. Right now I'm just cleaning off my beans and then putting them in my blender with whatever veggies I have that, um, not broccoli or cauliflower. Those I will have probably with tomorrow's supper. Yes, how's your hubby doing with Uber and or Lyft? If he's doing both. Are the universities back in in the States? Because my family doesn't like them. I will blend them because I have to hide them. I am the only person in this household that eats green beans or yellow beans. My family will eat the other beans, like, kidney beans and stuff like that, but not these. So I blend a whole bunch of veggies. All the ones that they don't like. So the zucchini, if I had eggplant, which I don't, I would blend the crap out of that too. But I'm going to put zucchini in here, and basil, and Swiss chard, and greens, and carrots, because my family doesn't like carrots. Why? I don't know. First it always starts classes on. I'm just going to rinse these off. Yeah, it's the only way I can get my family to eat their, how many veggies are they supposed to have? 10 veggies? Is if I hide them. Well, or if I only buy the veggies that they each individually like. He's doing both. We're bringing up now. It's a little bit slow because classes haven't started. Oh, that's good. Well, you don't want to be too big either. Because he won't enjoy it. But it's something that he can definitely fit in with his other job. And especially if he did a run at like midnight or so, you'd be going to the bars and picking up or dropping off people. Or, okay, I've heard that some states, in the States, are called dry states. Like, you can't even buy alcohol, like, in the restaurants, or there's no liquor stores or anything like that. We have a couple of dry communities up north on the reserves and stuff like that. But I've never heard of a whole state being dry. He has his own hours and stuff anywhere he wants if he needs to use the washroom. Exactly. Taking that at midday. It's just. I still have 4 carrots. Our beans and carrots. What other? Veggies will I hide in here? Oh my. I'm gonna take some collard greens, shove that in there. More than 2.5 months with the chart. Wow. Yeah, because I mean, you can't rely on that type of income if it's not regular. I mean, that's why, like, when my husband had his own business and stuff, he would get contracts, but he'd get paid at the end of the contract. And but sometimes he would go weeks or months without a pay. But he would take whatever the last pay and kind of stretch it out. When he did that before when we were first dating and when we first got together. But once when we were thinking about having kids and stuff like that, he started, and the change of the technology area in our area was changing. He got into the government so that he could get a regular paycheck, and he was in the government about 2 months, and then we found out we were pregnant. So, which was good. And then, like 8 months later, there was a huge technology crash here in 2000, in like March of 2000, March or May. So he had already been working in the government, and a lot of his friends in the technological field were looking for jobs. We used to have dry counties, but not anymore. So we're sure what. Oh yeah. Oh well, you can sell alcohol every day here. Bars can sell, or restaurants can sell alcohol from 11 o'clock in the morning until they close. Stores, they used to be able to sell, some of them had spots near the edges, but now we just got wine and beer in a lot of our grocery stores, and they can sell beer and wine from, I think, 11 o'clock in the morning till 7 or 8 at night, maybe 7. Different time on the weekends, but they have to go through. Some of the cashiers are trained. There's, like, say for example, they say there's 5 caches open, 2 or 3 you can they say beer lane, so you can go there. You can't get hard alcohol though there. You have to go to the LCBO, which is the liquor store. Oh, some more beans. But yeah, stores. We used to have in the 80s, the stores weren't even open on the weekends. But have not decided yet. Yes, cleaning out your truck. And you have to have a vehicle. I mean, it's good pay from. We take Uber. It's good pay. They say, like, if you're not doing anything. Long day yesterday. So I came home at lunch. Before it goes out tonight. Probably sunset. Okay. Oh, thanks, Tom Tom. See, that has a bit of highlights. And eventually it'll wash out a bit more and you'll see more highlights. Just because the red is really a strong color. Oh, and see, zucchini. I'm making spaghetti sauce with whatever veggies I find. Well, not whatever. I'm not putting cauliflower or zucchini. Cauliflower or broccoli in it. Those are too strong to hide. Those character to be detailed inside before you begin. Yeah, I think you have to have a car that's under 10 years. Needs the white on the very end. Well, the thing is, my hair is bleached before, so it really absorbed the color. And this is 2005. So yeah, I think it's good. If you do one, sign up for both. Well, that's what the drivers do. Most of them have it for both. They sign up for Uber first, but Lyft tends to. So we take, personally, from us, we take Uber usually, but because Lyft went for, like, it just came to our area. Uber's been here about a couple years. Lyft just got here in January. No, not even that long. Um, like April or so. My and so he like, he's not going to use. We take the car like twice a week maybe. But so he'll get $4 off. So if Lyft has coupons off, we'll take it from Lyft, and if Uber has coupons, which they rarely don't anymore, we'll use Uber because Uber tends to be a few dollars cheaper. Like he'll go on both apps and see how much it's going to cost with either app, and then take the cheapest one. Where is he? I think the rules was 15 years. I don't know. I guess maybe different. I know here in Canada, I think it's 15 because a friend had a 2000 something car. But I could be wrong because, well, I don't drive. Oh, those who drive, I don't know if it's happening in the States as much, but we've just had a notice that some people are trying to do, like not in where I live, but sent around from some other areas of people getting into their cars and then noticing a piece of paper or something in their back window, going somewhere, say stopping, and then going and grabbing the piece of paper. They're saying if you see a piece of paper in your back window, take it out before you get into the car. It's 15, and it has to be a 4-door. Because people are carjacking cars. Not in this necessary area, but it's been like a warning. Awesome. Just clean that bad boy up. Yes. Yeah, because your first ride with somebody will probably pay for a detailing. Pay you back for the detailing of the car if you have to pay somebody. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna grab onion. Oh, that's an onion. I hate when I buy onions and they're the small onions, so then you have to peel more onions to get the amount of onion you want. I was just lucky that this big 10-pound bag of onions had huge onions. Then I don't have to peel as much, because I hate peeling onions. Cool. Let's Google. Call me when you reach the state line. Oh, we're on donut talk. So we went and got our hair done, and it was about 12:30, quarter to 1. Yes, your birthday's on the 16th, isn't it, Donna? We will have to wish you happy birthday then. And so we went to go look for a place to eat. I'm like, oh, there's a Chinese spot on the corner. They were closed Mondays for the summer. I'm like, oh, okay. And we walked around and we said, what about this? What about Subway? What about this? And Abby's like, eh. And so, well, there's a Chinese spot by the Giant Tiger. Let's go there. We went there. The only day of the week they don't open up at lunchtime was Mondays. And I'm like, ah. So we ended up going to Giant Tiger. I got Abby a donut, so we did dessert first. We paid her back her donut that I said I promised her for, I can't remember, for whatever reason I promised her. And then we went for pho. Muffins in about 4 different mixes. Going to surprise Gold back. Hee paid to clean out the pan. Ah, yes. What about getting a silicone pan? So there's. I might use tomato juice. Love my Tupperware can opener. It opens the can on the top and there's no sharp edges. What kind, Steve? Oh, well, what does the package say? Brand. Yeah. Yes. Like, I guess Betty Crocker or store name, brand. I don't know. Like, let's Duncan Hines. I'm like looking at it, like, these days the way to keep your vehicle from being stolen. Driver stick shift. Yeah. They're also cheaper cars too. If you get a manual car versus automatic, it's usually cheaper. Same if you get like the base color, if it's white or silver. Hey. Hi, Spammy, how are you? And whoever else had popped in here. Strawberry cheesecake, blue chicken. Oh, yum! I like that. I want the strawberry cheesecake. Or any cheesecake. Yeah, but you just have to add water or milk or whatever. Then I have some of that too, for in a pinch. Where? Well, cake mixes and stuff like that. Like I have this to make gingerbread cake pops. Sometime that I actually got from the States from your Aldi. We don't have Aldi here. Make muffins from scratch. Well, yeah, I usually do. I make muffins from scratch because it's usually cheaper. Unless it's a very elaborate muffin. But I usually have at least a muffin mix or a cookie mix or cake mix here for that you just have to add usually oil and eggs or water. I'm always missing something. Comes to scratch me. Well, that's why I always try to make sure I have everything on hand. The main things like you need to have oil, sugar, flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, cocoa, if you want chocolate. Which who doesn't want chocolate? Vanilla. If you have those ingredients, you could make cakes, you can make cookies, you can make pretty much anything. If you had yeast, you can make bread. Need to make some oatmeal applesauce. Yum. You bought a muffin tin today. Cool. I personally like the silicone ones. Like this one's my old one. Like it's stained, but it's not dirty. But you just pop them bread molds or ones in shapes. I get them at the dollar store for like $1.50. And you just put this on a cookie sheet, or not even like I put it on a cookie sheet so you can pull it out. But they just pop out. I'd have hubby sell the baked goods. Oh, I don't check it off. I just kind of look. Sometimes I should. Just as long as you don't mix up the amount of salt for the amount of sugar, you're pretty good. Yeah, so the dollar store here, like, oh, I have a star one, and then you can get like these ones. Well, there's another star one that has like a star center. These ones I got. They're at the thrift store. I paid like $3.99. This one's in the shape of a big rose, and then oh, I have a Santa one, and then I have this one's a bundt cake one. They are awesome. Oh, and my big cookie one. And yes, Rowan and Abby have both made cookies in it, and they're like, this is my cookie. This takes up a whole cookie batch of dough. They're like, I'm only having one cookie. Yes, dear. Yep, I have the cupcake papers, which are fine for sending them to school. But again, I have a regular muffin tin thing too, where you can get the silicone ones. But these ones are in different shapes too, so you can make butterflies. See, I paid $3 for those ones. But I have round ones too. Just my kitchen, I need to organize it a bit better. I put things in more containers I can stack versus trying to stack the things. And remind me this Christmas I do not need to buy icing sugar. Because I kept on buying icing sugar for something that I needed icing sugar for every time I went. I have 3 unopened bags of icing sugar, like 3 kilograms of icing sugar, plus icing sugar that I put in the big huge mason jar. So I don't need icing sugar when I do a bunch of baking this Christmas. Ooh, funnel cakes. The paper cupcake liners are necessarily if you have a crappy, not non-stick pan. So that means stuff sticks to it, or a cheap pan. Why is this not? Oh, to have the iron you dipped into the batter. Pry it off. Really? Yeah, but I find that even when you do that, like when you fill up the pan up, it still sticks. So, adding some Heinz tomato juice in my blender. To blend. Oh, where did I put the lid? There's the. Um, yeah, I was gonna say Jiffy muffins are cornbread muffins. I've never seen them other than cornbread. Like sometimes have jalapeno ones, but they're also corn muffins. Oh, I wanted to put basil in there. Be right back. So I picked basil from my garden on Sunday. I'm the only one that likes cornbread. My family doesn't like cornbread. I've even done a really nice one with jalapenos in my um, cast iron pan, but no. They prefer. Well, they don't mind biscuits. I can make biscuits, regular biscuits. Um, and that's about it. The rest they don't want. It's gonna be a bit loud. Put this on my thing over here. Chopping it small, but not too fast. See there? I blend it up, and you can't tell what's in there. We don't have. We usually have buttermilk in 1 liter jug, and that's about it. I've never seen dried powder buttermilk. I've seen buttermilk pancakes mix, and that's it. I've never seen dried buttermilk at the regular grocery store. we have uh, we have dry milk. That's about it. Where? Okay, I need to get a pan. They're frozen.
So basically, done the sauce then.
Pretty much.
Can I taste it? I don't
I
want.
haven't started like that part. I've just been chopping up vegetables.
I don't want it being too sweet.
Well, it's not gonna be sweet. I'll taste. You get to taste it afterwards. Once I put tomatoes in it.
That's why I'm watching over this. And Mom,
Yes.
are you using any canned sauce at all? I'm making it all from scratch.
Yes, I am using some canned sauce.
Where?
The sauce that we had from supper last night, the other night. The bolognese.
Can I taste that?
You've had it
Okay.
on your pasta.
Oh, it's the one I had in the macaroni yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're using leftovers of sauce.
I'm using the spaghetti Daddy likes, right?
Yes.
I'll have you seen white bread?
No. Add a little bit of water to get all the sauce out. Yeah, you can add vinegar to, like, you can make buttermilk, but it's not quite, but it's not necessarily the same to drink. I do that usually when the recipe calls for buttermilk, because I'm never buying buttermilk unless I plan to make like homemade buttermilk waffles and make a big batch of them. Trying to add other stuff in here. What should I put in here? Trying to add more things. Okay. Gonna add canned tomatoes. Because you want to make sure it's nice and tomatoey. No, buttermilk is like when you have milk, when you milk from a cow, there's the cream, and then there's the buttermilk milk. And then you take the cream and you stir that around and you make butter, and the leftover of that is buttermilk, I think. Check out the health food stores. There's one that's really, it's like, it has mountain or something that in the name. It's an American company, so you guys should, get, people get sometimes at, Sam's Club. I don't have a Sam's Club or Costco, but it has mountain in the name. Phillips Family, Fam Bam, or Phillips Family Fam. They buy it all the time. They're a family that's in California. Time to make dark chocolate cake in my bun pan. King Kong's done. That's funny. Put some tomatoes. Go put some more tomato. Milk, not milk. Juice in there. I think I'll add tomato paste in a bit. Put that in to add more tomato oomph. 4.5 pounds of meat. Wow. I would love to have that. If I didn't eat like breakfast and lunch, I could possibly eat it. As long as I didn't have to eat this. Too much and not healthy. flour. And I'm just adding some steak spice because I like steak spice. A bit of red hot because, well, I like a little kick in my spaghetti sauce. And of course, a couple bay leaves. Great recipes, Donna. And can't even find buckwheat flour. Really? I could find it up here in Canada. And just some Italian seasoning. Oh yeah. Have to add some garlic powder or chopped garlic. I have some chopped garlic in my fridge here. I'll use that. Garlic. Some chopped garlic. Problem I'm attempting to eat that huge steak is true. Oh, I'm making spaghetti sauce. But I was chopping up the vegetables to hide in the spaghetti sauce. Because that's the only way my family's going to eat those vegetables. So, we're having meatballs. Spaghetti and meatballs. Well, so I had that on the menu. Hubby last night is like, oh, I don't want spaghetti tomorrow. I want whatever. And I'm like, well, I can switch it to something else. And apparently today, my daughter was talking to him because she really wants spaghetti because she wants the leftovers to eat for lunches and breakfast the rest of the week. And so that is what we are having. So I had to defrost the meat. You don't do Amazon. Why don't you do Amazon, Steve? You did, what's it called? Top Hatter. Oh, which, by the way, we still haven't gotten our camera from that one. It was supposed to come in last week. And I'm like, I'm glad we ordered another one. Oh, and the other one, okay, we're having camera issues. We have to deal with Amazon, and they're just going to send us a new one. Because I used it. I went to go try and charge it because it died. And then um, it wouldn't charge, like it didn't light up. So I think we got a defunct one. Is she a daddy's girl? There's less onion in it than probably because kosher salt is bigger grains than like kosher or sea salt is bigger grains than table salt. Need a bit of salt. Speaking of salt, I personally like iodized sea salt. So sea salt, potassium iodide, magnesium carbonate. Because it flows nicely out. I'm going to taste this now. See what it needs. It has to cook for a while to get rid of the vegetable taste. hmm Also use it for canning. That's what I use it for. Just needs now to cook. And I have to make the meatballs. A sea salt grinder. So I don't usually buy regular sea salt. This I got from Costco. It's from Laval, Quebec. Got 3 of them for like $4 or so. 3 something. But you need iodine. Well, that's why they put iodine in salt, because people just add salt. But you need iodine for your body for something I can't remember. But way back when, like, people were getting sick a lot without iodine, and now they put in salt so that you get your dose of it. Hi, Rowan.
She's like, she wants to say, hi, I'm like, oh, hi!
I'm live streaming my cooking.
Oh,
what? Can you get me the
No.
tomato paste downstairs? Okay, fine. No, just get me tomato paste. I'm making spaghetti sauce. Yes, they had. I've gotten the salt from the dollar store. They even had pink lime salt there. Goiters, that was it. It was something that people were getting a lots of, but you need iodine in your diet, and the only way. That's why um. There's other ways to get iodine, but it's harder. To befriend you on Facebook. Yes. If you go to my about page, like my channel, like thing growing on your neck. They have the pink salt at the dollar store too. It's like $2. No, you don't want to know. It's basically a cyst or something like that growing on your neck. Yes. Yes. No. She came in. I asked her to go get me tomato paste downstairs to add to the spaghetti sauce. That you did not want to have. Yes. We use the pink salt sometimes. I just always keep on misplacing my grinder. But we mainly use just the. Yeah, do not Google stuff. Any symptom that you have, if you Google it, you'll find the worst possible scenario out there. But I should get going. I'm going to be having supper soon. So I will be live. So see you then. Bye.